So originally I'm from Nicaragua, that's in Central America. And yes, my parents also from Nicaragua, that's where I have all my family. And well, basically, yes, I'm Latino and Central American at the same time. So I come from the heart of Central America, Nicaragua. Well, I have really, I would say, very beautiful memories. And one of them I would say is that in Nicaragua, you kind of feel the sense of community and that people really try to make things as members of an entire community. So growing up, I remember, of course, playing in the streets with other kids, usually people that most of the times you don't even know. There's always that sense of just let's gather together and let's play, it doesn't matter where you're from. I also like the fact that as you see me right now, probably I'm smiling, and Nicaraguans tend to do that all the time, we're always smiling. And it's kind of one of the characteristics that you kind of find Nicaraguans in general, that they're always smiling. And I think that's a beautiful characteristic because Nicaragua being a poor country with so many socioeconomic struggles, people still find a way to smile and they don't forget that life still is going on and you can always find or become better in life. So I guess that Nicaragua being in the center basically of America as a continent has influenced in many ways from the entire area. And you can see that reflecting in many aspects, like for example the food. The food has traits from South America and the same as North America, with all the indigenous people that live around the same area as well. Dance also, we have influence for the Caribbean as well as, once again, the inner roots that everything is interconnected. You can kind of see that performing in Nicaragua. So stereotypes, that's an interesting one. And probably the basic one is the fact that when most people think about Latinos, they kind of refer only to Mexico. And they then bring everything around the Mexican mindset, like everybody has to like tacos or spicy food. And you know, to speak about Latin America, you're speaking about many cultures and different languages as well. So we tend to consider Spanish as the main, let's say, representation of Latin America, but the reality is that there's also people speaking, you know, Portuguese, speaking French, and all the native languages. Well, certainly there are many challenges for Latinos living in the US. One in particular that I would say maybe is, you know, there's free education throughout your school years, the first years, up to you graduate from high school. But then university kind of sometimes stops you because, let's say, if you are still undocumented, that kind of restricts you from accessing to this type of education. Let's not speak about the money, just the fact that you probably don't have the documents. That it means that there are many universities that probably you won't be able to attend. And if we consider that education is a central aspect to develop a persona, to make them more comfortable or more competitive in the world, so education should be also, I mean, higher education should be one place where we shouldn't put that type of barriers. That everyone, no matter if you have documents or not, you should be able to still attend a university and have the same benefits or the same accessibility as anybody else in this country. What excites me is basically the opportunity to share the knowledge that I've been working on basically all my life, to help students find also their own way through academia, because, you know, academia tends to be very complex at times. We don't know what to do with all this information that we're given, and I like to maybe put the things on the ground, like this is why this theory is useful for you and this is how you might end up using it in your life. And I like to connect maybe those dots so that it's not only a class to pass, but rather a class that you can learn something for your life. And at the same time, I like to encourage students to take the most out of every class, so they always take home something with them. I always say to put something in your pockets to diversify your baggage, to extend what you are as a person, and to also to make you maybe a more responsible and conscious citizen in this world.